Today we're going to do something a little different when it comes to a review. Obviously, I'm in a different location, and that is because I have a completely different product, and that is called the Outin Portable Espresso Machine. I've used an Outin for 3 years on and off, and they've made a lot of revisions to it, and it's finally kind of got to the point where there's a lot I want to say on it. So one of the things that I've ran into as a problem is when I travel, I just went on vacation a couple weeks ago, is espresso and coffee on the go. And I don't like going to places and spending $6 on a drink unless it's a place that I really want to try and it's going to be really good coffee. I don't really prefer the chain places a ton. That's my preference, and I don't like to spend money there if I don't have to. But also, I really like coffee, so there's kind of like a drawback in those. So this is where this solves the problem. On vacation, I brought with me a Picopresso and a grinder, and it worked great. But when it came to the traveling to and from the hotel, and it was a 15-hour drive, we spent 3 days getting there. Those first couple days were kind of a pain when it came to coffee, but once we got to the place we were staying at, it was fine. I was able to unpack and do everything. So this is where it comes into convenience and quality, which is something that doesn't usually line in portable espresso machines. It's either you get good quality and it's not super convenient, or you get something that's super convenient and it's not good quality. There's also a lot of moving parts and things that you got to do with it. And that's where the Outin portable espresso machine comes in. I have it right here. It has it's an all-in-one unit. It's one of the few out there. And basically how this works is there's quite a bit of things. You can see they just released a Christmas bundle, which is kind of what I want to go over with all the stuff that it comes in. And you can kind of see this unboxing thing that I'm going to be doing with it and kind of pointing out the parts. So in there you have the espresso machine, the whole cylinder, and you have a cup that clips onto the bottom of it. It also comes with two baskets. In there it comes with one that you can use your own ground coffee, and the other one that can do an espresso pod or something along the lines of that. The one that you can put your own coffee in there, it only allows like 7 grams of coffee, and it pushes out like 50 to like 120 milliliters of water, somewhere along the lines of that, which I find just not pleasant. So this Christmas bundle, it comes with a different basket, and in that basket it allows you to be able to hold 18 grams of coffee. It comes with a nice tamper, and it comes with a funnel to allow you to not make a mess. The funnel even has a magnet on it too, so it's super nice, and that allows you to pull an 18-gram shot. At the top there's a reservoir of it, and that allows you to put in the amount of water that you want. So there's little marks on it for 50, 70, and I believe 100 or 120, something along the lines of that. You click the power button on the front, and it heats up the water and extracts your shot of coffee into the cup that is included with it. So in other words, you click a button and you walk away and it does it for you. I find when you put about 60 milliliters of water in there for the coffee that I'm using, give or take, it'll pull about a 1-to-2 ratio, being 18 grams in, 36 out, because some of that water gets stuck into the coffee bed. So that solves a lot of problems for convenience, because one of the things is when you brew coffee at a condo or anywhere you're at, you need to get to boiling water. So you can't just drive through a coffee shop and get a cup of hot water. You're not going to extract it as well as you'd like. But what you can do is a lot of hotels and a lot of places, they have it's not super difficult to find hot water. Not boiling water, but hot water. Usually you can find it somewhere pretty convenient, whether it's in the lobby of a hotel or at a restaurant or at a gas station. You can usually get hot water or a cup of hot water for free and pretty easily. So what this allows me to do is I can take cold water, pull a shot of espresso with the Outin, and then I can stop through wherever I'm at and get a cup of water and basically make an Americano with real ease. So I want to go ahead and talk a little bit more about this, but first off, we're going to start brewing here. So we're going to just click the button and it's going to flash. And what that's going to do is it's going to start heating up. You got the cup at the bottom here, and you're just going to set it in your car cup holder. And as it's heating up, it will heat up the water, and then it'll extract the coffee and completely shut off for you. You can brew about 5 times with this thing. And one of the things that I love about this is, for my job, I drive a lot. I put about 20,000 miles on my car in about 6 months. So I'm in the car a lot, I'm moving around a lot, I'm going a lot of places, and I really do like my coffee and I really do like good quality coffee. So this allows me to basically pre-ground my coffee at home with my nice grinder prior to work. I pack the portafilter, tamp, all that stuff, set the whole thing up, and then whenever I'm ready to drink coffee, I just click the button and it brews for me. Obviously, it'd be better if I pre-ground my coffee like right before I brew it, but let's be real, that's like kind of inconvenient to carry the tamper and all that stuff with me. So it's kind of nice for the daily travels and for your afternoon cup of coffee. If you're work, you can throw this in your bag and just click a button and brew your coffee at your desk without the fuss and without the time that goes into it. So there's a lot of different uses of cases for it, but this is one of the things that when I traveled, and I've traveled with coffee equipment for many, many years now, and this vacation particularly was like the time that I made a clear mistake on the things that I brought with me. Now, I still had a Picopresso, which is great. I had a really nice grinder, which is great. But that convenience for those 3 days was a real kind of a pain for me when it comes to convenience for coffee. I'd always have to stop somewhere and spend like $6, which adds up a lot when you go on vacation. And that's an easy way to cut expenses. This thing is built really well. It's about like an oversized hand grinder, is kind of the way I'd put it. And one of the things that's coming with Outin is they are also making an electric grinder. Um, and that electric grinder basically you works the same way. It has, I think, a stepped adjustment ring on the top of it, and you simply just click a button and it automatically grinds for you. It's about the same size as the Outin. So it removes hand grinding and allows it to be electric. And all of this stuff is rechargeable via a USB-C cable. So basically, all of your other stuff, iPhones now use them, iPads, a lot of computers, Androids, like is basically one cable that you're already going to carry with you can recharge this thing. And you can heat this up about 5 times from cold water to pull your shot of espresso. If you're just extracting, you can hold the button a little bit longer and it will automatically extract it for you and it won't need to be used as much power. So like you could pull, I think claims 100 shots of espresso with that. I did realize a couple things that I originally thought were cons about this. One of those being once you pull your shot, it drips from the portafilter, and that could cause a mess in your cup holder. So what I originally did was I bought this Yeti cup, and this is a 6-ounce Yeti cup. It's got ceramic coating on the inside. It's pretty small, has a little handle, and it actually fits perfectly with the Outin, so you can use this as the cup that it's going to dispense your shot into, making it mess-free. However, I did recently find out that you can pull your shot and you can flip the whole thing upside down and put it in your cup holder, and that allows like the coffee to not dribble all over your car. When you're done with your shot, using the standard cup that it comes with, you can then put that cup back on and seal it, and it's good to go. And right now, maybe you can hear it, maybe you can't, but it's now extracting my shot of espresso, so we're getting really close. And this is honestly one of the safe things that, like, I feel like I can safely do this while driving, and I'm not using my hands a lot. It's literally clicking one button. It's really not much different than using a car stereo or anything like that. With that Christmas bundle, so you get that Outin portable espresso machine, you also get that extra add-on for the 18-gram basket that's not included with the standard Outin. And the last thing you get is this really nice aluminum stand, and that stand is adjustable, which allows you to use it as a pour-over stand, so you can put a carafe at the bottom of it or in a pour-over at the top. But it also houses the Outin, so you can basically put your cup on a scale and then brew directly into the cup, and you don't have to worry about the like you can separate the cup from the Outin and you don't have to hold it, which you would have to do if you're using a bigger cup. So this has a silicone O-ring on it, which makes it a little tricky to not spill. So I'm just going to put that in my cup holder and then clip that out. And I just wanted to do this specifically in the car because I believe that this is one of the best use cases of it. So I flipped over the Outin, and the seal on the top of it allows like it keeps the moisture in. I wouldn't call it leak proof, but it keeps the moisture in that I trust it, and it's just water anyway at the top of it. And then you have your, I don't like these cup, I like these cup holders in this car, but I like my old one a little bit better when it came to using it out in because it just, the cup kind of gets stuck a little bit in there, but it does fit and it does work. So it kind of depends on the make and model of your car, but they don't advertise it this way. And one of this things is nice is like you can do this anywhere you're at. So on vacation, traveling, if you're hiking or something like that. If you're biking, you can just brew a shot of espresso while you bike. All right, so this is a little over extracted, but this is portable espresso on the go. So what I'm saying is lower your standards a little bit. This isn't going to be the perfect shots, but I've gotten some really incredible shots off of it. Of course, my $3,000 rocket sitting on my countertop at home is going to give me better results than the out and portable espresso machine. But I can't do that in my car, and I can't easily bring that traveling. It takes longer to heat up. There's a lot of cons to it. But one of the things that I found with this is the shots aren't always super consistent, but most of the time they're pretty good. So when I brew a shot with this, like I know I I know I just drastically lower my expectations a little bit because I know I'm going to drink a better than average shot of espresso, but I'm not going to be drinking the best of the best. Like if you have a nice specialty coffee shop on the route or whatever you're going, if you stop in there and get a shot of espresso, you might get a better shot. But also, depending on where you go on vacation, you might not. And that's where I think that this is really interesting because I've been to a lot of local coffee shops throughout the US that just do not have good coffee and do not pull good shots of espresso. But this is really good. If you get it dialed in, which takes some time, you can pull some phenomenal shots with it. It just might be a little inconsistent, but you're always going to get, in my opinion, drinkable shots for the most part. None of these I'm like choking down, but none of these are just like blowing my mind out of it. This has came a long way in the past 2 years. The exterior of it's nice. I know James Hoffman made a review of it saying his paint was chipping. That's not the case on mine. I've been using it for 2 years now. He had a different one and he had just the single cup basket, which does change a lot of things. But once you have your shot of espresso done, you put your cup back in the cup holder, you take your machine, and then you flip it over, put it back in your cup, and sometimes the lid might fall off like it just did for me. And then there you have it, the out and portable espresso machine. You can clean it when you get home or wherever you're going. But it's a perfect way to make a shot on the go, traveling, whether you're on vacation, whether you're just going to and from the office, traveling like me, or whether you're sitting at your desk and you just want a convenient shot of espresso. Maybe walk over to your little water dispenser that you have in the office and use that hot water, make yourself an Americano, make yourself an iced latte. I've done that a lot too if you have access to milk. Um, Super convenient though. I just prep it in the morning. I'm good to go. But also, if you don't prep it in the morning, it's still not too bad. I'm going to give a little bit of cons here. I wish that the tamper and the um, funnel easily like fit somewhere. I find when you travel with it, there's like it doesn't store in the top compartment of it where you heat up water, which I wish it did, so you could then kind of store it when you're done with things, when you dry it out, but it just kind of like floats around loose. I don't have, I think they might make a case, but I don't have it. Outin did send me this, but they don't get any saying it. By the way, like and subscribe. When you like and subscribe, that helps me with the ability to produce more content like this. I have a lot of stuff going on and I work full time. I do a lot of other things, and this is something that I enjoy. And by liking and subscribing, that really helps me with the ability to purchase new equipment, get sponsorships, have people send me stuff, or I can give you my honest thoughts, and I don't have to break the bank when it comes to buying all the equipment that I use. I try to keep this a sustainable thing for my lifestyle where it's not over stressful, it's not costly for me to do this. It just takes my time. And one of the reasons why I do that is because there are so many options of coffee equipment in the world now. I want you guys to be able to have confidence in the things that you're buying and the stuff that you want. I want you to know before you pull that trigger and before you click checkout on there that what you're getting, you know what to expect because I've used it and I've reviewed it to the best of my ability, but also I reviewed it entirely truthfully in my opinion with what it is. So Outin never saw this video, but I have worked with Outin in the past. They've sent me stuff I think 3 times now, and I did not like their products at the beginning. So you know what they did? They invited me to do a Zoom call with their team and tell them what I hated about the products and what I loved about the products. And you know what? They listened to me. They listened on the dose size because I really thought 7 gram shots were useless. And they listened to me on what else I wanted. And one of those things was the grinder that is coming out or that has already came out that should be getting shipped to me soon. And that is, I hate hand grinding. And when you can click a button and use like an electric hand grinder on the go that's rechargeable, super convenient, easy to use, I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see where Outin goes, and it really travels well with you. So what I'm doing right now is I'm on my way to go trail running. It's about 35 degrees here. So a little shot of espresso before and after can warm me up a bit. That's one of my hobbies that I like to do. I don't get to do it a ton. I don't do it often, but and I'm not the greatest at it, but it's kind of the nice thing is they really designed it for people who like to go out and do things. And um, whether it's hiking, whether it's biking, kayaking, like this allowed you to bring and brew espresso in places that you didn't know that you could or or you definitely could not bring your home espresso equipment out. Now I'm getting to the point that I'm rambling, but I would love to hear your thoughts on this. And remember, like and subscribe really helps me out as a YouTuber. And let me know what you think about these car style videos. This is the second one that I've ever done, and I kind of like it. It's a little easier for me to film and a little easier for me to do. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.